Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to unlock the ultimate travel cheat code, ditching that checked bag for good and fitting an entire 2-week trip into a single carry-on. You know that feeling, right? That pit in your stomach when you're at the baggage carousel? But going carry-on only, it isn't just about saving a few bucks on fees. It's about buying your freedom. Freedom from waiting around, freedom from worrying about lost luggage, and the freedom to just walk off the plane and start your vacation. So, where do we even start? Well, the first and honestly the most critical decision you'll make is the bag itself. You got to think of it as the foundation for your entire trip. If you get this part right, everything else just kind of falls into place. And that brings us to the first big choice, soft shell versus hard shell. Are you the kind of person who needs that little bit of give to squish your bag into a tight spot? Do you love having outer pockets for easy access? Then you're probably a soft shell person. Or do you need that ironclad protection for your stuff and love gliding through the airport on 4 wheels? Then you're team hard shell. Your travel style is really what's going to decide this for you. Okay, if you memorize anything from this, memorize these numbers, 22 by 14 by 9 inches. Seriously, these are the magic numbers, the gold standard, that pretty much guarantees your bag will fit in the overhead bin and you can avoid that awkward, "I'm sorry, you'll have to gate check that" conversation. And here's a feature that will absolutely change your packing life, the clamshell opening. This just means your bag opens up flat, like a suitcase, instead of being a deep pit you have to dig through. You can see everything all at once. No more blindly rummaging around for a pair of socks at the bottom of your bag. It's a game changer. Now, here's the strategy that makes this whole thing work. You have to stop thinking about it as one bag. You're not using one bag, you're using 1.5. Your main carry-on is for the big stuff, your clothes, your shoes. But your personal item, that becomes your in-flight command center. Everything you need, from your headphones to your snacks to your liquids bag, is right there at your feet. So we've got the bag sorted. Now it's time to talk about what goes inside. And these aren't just accessories, okay? These are the secret weapons that'll turn a chaotic mess into a perfectly organized machine. So how do you magically conjure up like 20 to 30% more space inside a bag that's a fixed size? Is it some kind of travel voodoo? Not quite. The answer is packing cubes. Honestly, travel experts say this is the single biggest upgrade you can make to your packing system. They basically act like little portable drawers for your suitcase. You can group all your shirts in one, your pants in another, and they compress everything down, saving you a ton of space. The airport security line. To breeze through it, you have to have your liquids game on point. The strategy is simple. 1, go solid wherever you can. Shampoo bars, conditioner bars, they're amazing. 2, for what's left, use good, leak-proof, refillable bottles. And 3, and this is crucial, keep that clear bag in your personal item, not your main carry-on, so you can grab it in a second. And let's talk about the modern travel nightmare, the rat's nest of tangled cables. The only way to win this battle is containment. You need a dedicated tech pouch. End of story. And the pro tip here is a total game changer. Get one universal adapter that has multiple USB ports. That way, you can charge your phone, your watch, and your headphones all from that one precious outlet in your hotel room. Okay, this next part is maybe the biggest mental shift you have to make. You have to stop packing for every single what-if scenario. What if I get invited to a fancy gala? Instead, you build a capsule wardrobe. That's just a small, curated collection of versatile items that you can mix and match to create a ton of different outfits. So, how do you actually do that? You follow this simple blueprint, the 5-4-3-2-1 rule. It's a proven formula. It gives you all the variety you need for a 2-week trip without packing a single thing you won't wear. It forces you to pick pieces that work together and can be layered, so you're ready for pretty much anything. And remember this, what your clothes are made of is just as important as how many of them you pack. Merino wool is the absolute superstar here. It's naturally anti-stink, which means you can wear a shirt a few times before it needs a wash. That alone lets you pack way, way less. Now, to make that capsule wardrobe really work, you need to stick to a simple color plan. 2 neutrals, think navy, khaki, black, or gray, and 1 pop of color. Sticking to this guarantees that every single top you packed goes with every single bottom. You're basically multiplying your outfit options without adding a single item. Okay, deep breath. We've got the bag, we've got the gear, and we've picked out the perfect wardrobe. Now, for the physical art of actually getting it all in there. Now look, this isn't about one method being better than the other. It's about using the right tool for the job.
For most of your stuff, t-shirts, pants, underwear, you want to use the Ranger roll. It squeezes out all the air and saves an incredible amount of space. But for something like a blazer or a nice shirt, you use the bundle method. You wrap it around a central core, which prevents those sharp, ugly creases.
To really, really win at this, you have to think like you're playing a game of Tetris. Every empty space is an opportunity. Your shoes? They aren't empty space. They're perfect containers for your socks. Those little gaps between your packing cubes, shove a charger in there. You have to use every single niche in that bag. Now for the ultimate loophole. This is the final boss move, especially if you're flying a budget airline that's super strict about weight. The secret isn't to pack less, it's to wear your heaviest items on the plane. So what you do is you create your airport uniform. Before you even leave the house, you put on your bulkiest shoes, your heaviest jacket, and your jeans. Yeah, you might feel a little bulky for a bit, but it can make all the difference in keeping your bag under the weight limit. And let's be honest, planes are always freezing anyway. And that brings us to the final part, and maybe the most important mindset shift of all. Successful light packing, it's just as much about what you decide to leave behind as what you choose to pack. You have to be absolutely ruthless with this list. Every single just-in-case item you pack is a little tax on your freedom. And just remember, unless you're heading to the absolute middle of nowhere, they sell soap and toothpaste where you're going. If you get there and you're desperate, you can almost always just buy it. You know, the travel legend Rick Steves really just nailed an entire philosophy with this quote. Packing light isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making a choice. By choosing not to travel heavy, you are actively choosing to travel happier and cheaper. You're choosing freedom. So, when you boil it all down, all these tips and strategies are really about one thing: figuring out what is truly essential for you. Which leaves us with a final question to think about. When you really get down to it, what's the one thing you would never, ever leave behind?